So today is going to be a very important episode for the league title. We are playing Atalanta, we are playing Napoli, and then we're also playing Lazio, who they're not in the title fight, but they are still obviously a very strong side in Italy. We need to beat Atalanta and Napoli. If we want to win the league, we have to win both of those games. That Napoli game is vital. In between episodes, we've done nothing. We've gone forward literally like 4 days, so there's nothing to update you on there after the ridiculous match that was the Sporting game. Let's play Atalanta. The starting 11 then for the Atalanta game will be Hedl in goal. Danilo as our right back because Wrench is currently out suspended. Danso, Sturgeon and Vigna in defence. This is a risk, but Danso and Sturgeon have played very well together the last couple of games, so we're sticking with it. It's going to be McKennie and Fagioli, Chiesa, Kostic, Milik and Keane leading the lines. We are not playing Vlahovic because he is currently injured. He is going to be sat on the bench, however. Oh, frustratingly, Atalanta are playing the same formation that Sporting played when we lost against them 3-0. But then again, they are also the same formation that Sporting played when we beat them 4-0. So maybe I'm reading too much into it. It is away from home, though. That is potentially a game changer. We are 15 minutes so far played, nearly 20, and there's been no highlights whatsoever. There's been about 3 shots. It is Atalanta with the ball. Pasalic plays it back to Rafael Toloi, who I think last time we played these on camera, he was an absolute unit for him, wasn't he? It's all the way back to the keeper, who is well outside of his area. If he keeps doing that, there's potential here for a ridiculous goal, maybe a through ball, catch the keeper off guard. Toloi all the way back to the keeper once again. Demiral and Musso passing between them. Coming forward, nothing so far has happened in this highlight. Vigna's given somebody a kick. It's now Hatterberg on that right-hand side, crosses it in. Duvan Zapata is there, and it's going to be 1-0 to Atalanta. I think Vigna has to take blame for that because he came inside, gave somebody a kick as well, gave Pasalic a kick, which left so much space for Hatterberg on that right-hand side. That was the undoing. Well, that is not ideal. Also, Chiesa's picked up a knock, which isn't the end of the world. He is a very hot and cold footballer. Maybe today he's having a poor game. Hatterberg once again on that right-hand side with loads of space. Kostic is there to mop up the pieces, though. Fagioli to Vigna. What are we going to do? We're going to take our time. On the ground, Fagioli again. He's just gone for a big lump upfield towards Kostic. Doesn't get there. Keane can't get there either. And now Atalanta, ball forward. Duvan Zapata is in on goal. Danilo and Danso combining to clear it. It's coming back, though. Zapata again. Plays it in the middle. Darun loses out to McKennie. This is good. He's lost out to Darun again, I think it was, wasn't it? Zapata's in once again. And Zapata makes it 2-0. That was ridiculous. We did not clear our lines properly. And every time we tried, we just gave them the ball back. Oh, and straight after the goals, another highlight. I'm having a quick skim over the match ratings. And defensively, we are just appalling. Chase on a 6-4, but he does have that injury, which... it might not be a problem, actually. He's got the ball, plays it in. Keane straight into the hands of the keeper. Anywhere else, and that would have been a goal. Also, that one highlight has bumped up Chiesa from a 6.5 to a 7.0. The match ratings are a bit all over the place in FM23. Fagioli's there. Fagioli makes it 2-1 with about 4 minutes left to play of the first half. We are definitely not out of this game. Sturgew's on a 6-1. I do think we need to bring Bremer on. That was a mistake. Playing Sturgeon and Danso together, I think was a mistake. 2 games in a row, it worked really well. I think this time it is just fallen apart, so Bremer is going to come on. You're just going to need to give Zapata a big old kick. As much as I don't want to do it either, Chase is going to come off, or Cellini is going to come on. No, he isn't. Rooney's going to come on instead on that right-hand side. We've not seen a huge amount of him. Keane as well has missed an absolute sitter. So, do we do Vlahovic? No, we do Danny Motta. We do Danny Motta, I think. We have just done 3 subs at half-time, which it seems excessive, doesn't it? Since the break, nothing has happened. We're now on the hour mark. We're getting some shots away, but Atalanta have had more shots and obviously more goals as well. Kostic is on a 6.2. Their fullbacks or wingbacks or whatever you want to call them are just stopping us playing our game. He's dropped down to a 6-1 now. Vigna's also on a 6-1. I think we've only got one more sub. It's going to be Kostic for Pogba. Can we do Vigna as well for De Sciglio? We can. Can do 5 subs. Why did I think we could only do 4? Why was that a thing? I've felt that since the start of this series. Well, the second half has resulted in literally no highlights whatsoever. We've been bad. They've just, I assume, shut up shop. I don't know what they've done. They're still getting their shots away. We're not seeing any of them. Atalanta win, and Atalanta potentially leapfrog over us into second place. Luckily for us, they don't leap over us, but they are now joint on points. We've got the superior goal difference by a fair amount, actually. Next up, then, is Napoli. However, we've got 2 weeks to wait because it is an international break. I think we're going to get our youth intake in as well. So we'll come back when that arrives, and I'll highlight a couple of the good players, assuming there are any. Well, here it is. It's an excellent intake, apparently. 4.5 star. We've got no 5-star players, no 4-star players, really. We've got a couple that are close. I'm going to have a quick look through and point out some of the best ones. The first one I'm stopping on is Fabio Bellucci, 15 years old centre-back. He looks actually quite good now, but that's not necessarily a good thing. Sometimes you get players that come through your youth intake and they look really good and they just never improve. He does have 1-star current ability but 4-star potential. Bellucci is definitely one to keep an eye on. I'm also intrigued by Lorenzo Ferraroli, could be how his name is said, and I don't really know why. He's apparently a centre-back / left-back. I don't know what one he is. Arguably, I'd say more of a centre-back, but he's only 5'11", but he's also only 15, so maybe something needs to be done here. Very good mentals, pretty decent physicals as well. Miglietta, he also looks like a very good prospect. I don't think he's a winger. I think he's more of a central midfielder, which he can actually kind of play there. I think if we were to train him up, say, as a roaming playmaker, he's kind of in a Fagioli mould, if you ask me. I think that's what I'm seeing out of him. I do like a square shape. I know it's not square, but I do like a good square shape. Miglietta, I think, could be good. We'll have a look at Marco De Palma as well. I mean, he's got reasonable shape, hasn't he? This is how I judge a lot of my youth players, is by shape rather than attributes, and then I look at attributes second. Shape-wise, that looks quite promising. Attribute-wise, it actually doesn't look terrible. Lots of 11s and sort of around the area, 11s and 13s. No 12s. 112 in agility. So he's got some good numbers. He is only 16. He's 6'2" as well. He's also got 6 free kick taken. So, you know, maybe stick him on free kicks for the under-18s. The final one we'll take a look at then is Luca Lico or Liso. I'm not sold. I'm not sold on him. I think there could be something. I don't think a fullback is his position. He's not very fast whatsoever. He's very technical, very mentally sort of aligned, which is potentially something where you could look at maybe pushing him up to be a central midfielder. Maybe even a defensive midfielder with his 10 tackling might be better suited for Luca. So all in all, that intake, it was alright. It was okay. It wasn't amazing. It wasn't anything ridiculous. I think we've potentially got 6 players who could be on the front lines in a Serie A side. Not necessarily a Juve side, but some very good options there. Right then, back to the business then. It is Napoli at home, so we kind of have a bit of an advantage there. We are going to go for Matteo Perrin in goal today. I'm dropping our normal goalkeeper, Nicolas Hedl, just because he's good, but he's not great, is he? He's still only a 2-star goalkeeper. Perrin is a 3-star. Szczesny's a 3.5-star, but I don't want to play him. He is sat on the bench at the moment. Rich, Bremer, Danso, Vigna in defence. McKennie and Locatelli in the midfield. Orsolini, Kostic, Vlahovic and Milik up front for this one. We need to just not lose, basically. I don't expect us to win this game, but I also don't expect us to lose. A draw it's not the ideal situation, but it's the acceptable one. So I know we've played Napoli on camera before because I can't remember the result. Didn't we lose? I think we might have lost, but it was very close. It was like a 3-2 defeat they scored late on. So I'm hoping we don't have the same situation, or if we do, it's the other way round. Politano with a free kick early chance for... Really? It's a goal as well. I put Perrin in goal because I thought, you know what? He's probably going to be a better goalkeeper than Hedl in this situation. And we're 1-0 down because Perrin was basically on the penalty spot when the ball came in. What was this defending, goalkeeping, the lot? That was all a mess. So potentially in one episode, we've gone from title challengers to struggling to finish in the top 4, I think, if it keeps going this way. This is not good. Half an hour played, and literally the only highlight has been that one goal. Until now, here we go, Vlahovic with a free kick for us. Stick it onto Milik's head, maybe? It's gone over everybody. It's Bremer, of all people, rattles the crossbar, and it goes off for a goal kick. Our first decent chance falls to a centre-back. And in fact, our only chance falls to a centre-back. Apparently we've had 5 shots. We've not seen any of them. Napoli have done one thing and scored from it. That's basically it. We have not been very good. I'm angry and I'm embarrassed for you all. Straight into the second half, they seem to have done a change. Di Lorenzo coming off, and I didn't even see his name. Stanisic is coming on. We just need to do a football, as Lelujo would say. We've got ourselves a corner, 55 minutes. Kostic steps up to take it, left-footed, towards the front post. No one's there to get it. Orsolini keeps it alive. Kostic again in towards goal. And Filip Kostic, I was about to moan at you for going for goal yourself there. He scored. It's 1-1. And since that goal has gone in, we've had no more highlights again. There's been very little going on in this game. Danso's coming off. Sturgew's going to come on, which could be a bit of a risk. McKennie's coming off as well. We'll do Parades, sure, we'll do that. We'll also take off Milik for Keane. Is that the right choice? And do we swap you? No, we'll do it that way around. Final 20 minutes then. Is there a winning goal in this game for us? Or is it going to go Napoli's way? They have not been very good. They've had 3 shots. They've just literally had their 3rd shot. Final 10 minutes. And they're going to have their 4th, aren't they? No, they're not. Perrin can hold on to that one. So, we're going to start with the keeper. What are we going to do? Big, long kick over the halfway line. Keane flicks the head on. Kostic, long-range effort. And oh my word, if that went in, that would have been insane. Kostic is literally the only player on our team doing anything, isn't he? No one else seems to have done a damn thing. Kostic so far has scored the goal and had a fair few chances. We've got the ball through Vlahovic. Kostic, he's in on goal as well. One-on-one with the keeper. Forces a good save. It's going to be a corner. Kostic potentially should have had 2 or 3, I think, by the way he's playing. Paredes is the man to take it. Right-footed corner from the right-hand side towards Keane at the back. Okay, I thought Keane headed that. He didn't. We win a throw, but we don't see it. Final minute of normal time. Big kick from the Napoli keeper, Alex Merritt. It's fallen, though, for Orsolini for us. Moise Keane loses out, and now here we go. Good header from Sturgeon. That's what we want to see. Get it, Wrench. Get it, Wrench. Gets there in front of Cavaradonna. Paredes, ball over the top. Keane's in on goal. Keane has tucked that ball away, but the flag has gone up, and it is not going to count. And the goal has been disallowed. Keane was offside. Oh, it was so close. I mean, he was miles off, but it was so close to potentially nicking the winner. I said I'd be happy with a draw. I have to be happy with a draw, but the fact that we were the better team, we had way more chances, we conceded an absolutely appalling goal. We probably should have won, but we are not out of the title race just yet. However, they are now 6 points clear of us with a game in hand. Not over us, actually, so there's just 6 points clear of us. And because the way results have gone over the weekend, we have dropped down into 3rd place. Atalanta have moved ahead, but we do have that game in hand, which if we win, we will go on to 60 points, which will close the gap. But we do need to make sure that we win that game in hand. If we lose, we are basically in a battle for the top 3. And I can see us potentially slipping down, which brings in all the way down to 9th place, even potentially 10th place, for a battle for Europe. I don't want to be in that. I want to finish in the top 4 at least. Just out of interest as well, because I'm always a bit sceptical about how things are going with the board and supporters. The board C+, not amazing, because they want signed high reputation players, which we can't do because we haven't got any money. I have been planning to try and bring in some decent young high reputation players, but we've got no money to do it. Alphonso Davies is the key man on my list. He's going to cost £70 million. Supporters are happy. C+, it's not amazing, but they're happy. The only thing that they're not massively pleased about, again, high reputation players, but also finishing ahead of Napoli in the league. They're doing really well, okay? You can't moan at me for not beating Napoli. They're a good team. So, for the final match of the episode, up against managerless Lazio, they have just sacked Sarri. I don't know how long ago, literally like 2 days ago, potentially in-game, so they have no manager, which is a concern, because sometimes that means that they're actually going to play so much better. It's going to be Hedl in goal for this one, Wrench, Danso, Bremer and Vigna in defence, McKennie and Fagioli, Orsolini, Kostic, Milik and Vlahovic in our squad for this. Do need to sort the subs bench out, because we've got Chiesa on there. So, apparently, we need to get revenge on Lazio, because they beat us last time we played them, so that's what I've told the team, and they all kind of agreed. So, I don't remember last time we played Lazio. It could have been last week, it could have been 6 months ago. I have no idea. I do remember, however, playing them as Southampton in my FM23 beta save, and they were very, very good. We did lose eventually, spoiler alert. McKennie with the ball. Ball forward. Orsolini's not going to get anywhere near that. Maybe he is. It's fallen to Dusan Vlahovic at the front post. 5 minutes, 20 seconds on the clock. We take the lead thanks to some awful defending. That is what we like to see. And looking at the league table as well, obviously, that is going to push us back ahead of Atalanta. So this is our game in hand. I have no idea who Napoli are playing in their game in hand because there's lots of other teams on 27 games. Immobile with a slide tackle in his own penalty area. Vigna's cross isn't the best. Kostic needs to get there. Vigna does instead. Kicks it straight into somebody. I'm not even sure who. It's cleared upfield. Bremer's going to collect it. Down the line, Vigna to Fagioli. Stops and plays it back to Vigna. I'm not sure what we're trying to do here. I'm not sure that's the plan either. Danso forward to Bremer. We need to just get upfield at this point, I think. McKennie, Fagioli's going to get there first. Orsolini's in on goal, and it is 2-0. Lazzari with the ball for Lazio. Anderson to Immobile. He looked miles offside. The flag's gone up. I think that was for Immobile, so it wasn't going to count even if he got anywhere near the goal. Milenkovic-Savic, ball forward. Danso clears it for us. Not cleared far enough. Hysaj into the penalty area, over the bar. He's trying to make amends for the mistake that led to the first goal. Still 2-0 so far. Looking very, very good as well. Corner for Luis Alberto for Lazio. Is it going to be 2-1? It's cleared by Milik, who is chasing it down as well. Hysaj, edge of the penalty area. Tries to get some space. Milenkovic-Savic is tackled well by Fagioli. And now is it a counter-attack? Orsolini to Wrench on the right-hand side. Down the line, loads of space to run into. He's managed to get past all of his men, in towards goal. Wrench tries to chip it over the keeper, has no luck. It was a good effort, but he is a centre-back and a right-back. And it is now half-time as well. We are looking good. I'd like a third. I mean, I'm being greedy, but I'd like a third. We have only had 4 shots on target, which doesn't really strike a huge amount of confidence in us that we are basically taking our chances. We're not having a huge amount of chances worth taking. Orsolini on the ground. Vlahovic is there. He's hit the post, and it's still not... What's happened? It's gone off for a goal kick. That almost trickled across the line from the goalkeeper. It didn't manage to do it. Do we look at doing some subs? We've gone past the hour mark. People are playing well still, aren't they? Maybe we need to look at taking off Milik because he's on a 6.6. Felipe Anderson with the ball for Lazio. Plays it all the way across to Hysaj. Intercepted by McKennie. And now counter-attack time. Here we go. Orsolini towards Vlahovic. Not going to get there. And it's all the way back with the keeper, who's gone long. Wrench controls it well with the back of his head. Didn't know anything about that, did he? Zaccagni down the left-hand side. Crosses it towards Pedro. Danso, the big Austrian giant, clears that ball. And Orsolini can now get forward. Milik on the ground. Vlahovic takes a touch. Tucks it away. It is 3-0 against Lazio. The goal is going to count as well. And we are looking very good. Just to confirm, the goal has been awarded. There we go. Right, we are going to do a change. It is Milik coming off, even though he's just got that assist. Danny Motta is coming on. I like Danny Motta, okay? Leave me alone. We're going to take off Vigna for Danilo. Do we also do McKennie as well? I think we do for Moretti. Sure, we'll give Moretti a run out. Do we want to swap you two round? Yes, we do. I'm thinking as well taking Wrench off at some point. It's not that he's playing badly. It's just he seems to be the one who's kind of taken a bit of the flack. Into the final 10 minutes, and yeah, we've won this game. It's very comfortable. Are we going to get a fourth? Not with a free kick like that. I've seen that free kick happen way too many times. Something isn't quite right about that free kick, because he's just passed it straight to a Lazio man. It's with the goalkeeper on the ground, in the middle of the pitch now, off towards that left-hand side. Ball forward. Felipe Anderson chests it down well. Heddle can't stop that one. Should be able to stop that one, but doesn't. It's 3-1. And straight after the goal, it's a highlight. This is concerning. This is genuinely very concerning, because if they get it to 3-2, we are going to have to shut up shop. And I haven't got a tactic set up for Juve, which will shut up shop. Motta's ball is horrific. Vlahovic, for some reason, just kept running after it like a toddler. I don't know, what was that all about, Dusan? He just kept going. Provedel forward, finds Lazzari. He's going to go for a big kick upfield towards Cancelleri. Controls it well. Felipe Anderson's in on goal. Heddle this time can stop that one from going in. 4 minutes of injury time plus 1 minute of normal time to play. Danny Motta, the Luxembourger, heads over the bar from the corner. Still not quite done. Danilo to Vlahovic, back to Danilo, down the line to nobody. Weird pass. Again, so many strange, questionable decisions that I've never seen in football before. I don't think anyone's ever tried that pass, ever. It is Lazio coming forward with the ball. Anderson collects it. He might have been offside. Cancelleri's in on goal. Heddle can stop that one from going in as well. Orsolini with a free kick towards the back post. No one's there wearing a black and white shirt. Fagioli's keeping it alive. Back to Orsolini. That's a superb pass, by the way. Orsolini on the ground. Moretti plays it all the way to Fagioli. Thought he was going to go for a shot. Wrench this time goes for goal. His effort goes over the bar. He's had 2 good chances so far this match. We're still going with the highlights. What is happening? Wrench with a headed effort forward, just straight to Hysaj. Probably not how that's pronounced either, is it? Romagnoli to Hysaj again, down the line. Cancellieri, I still don't know if that's pronounced right. Cataldi on the ground again, in towards goal. Danilo can clear the ball as the full-time whistle goes. A 3-1 win, which actually, on paper, started to look a little bit tougher than it actually was. We should have put that game to bed a long, long time ago. We've still managed to pick up the 3 points. And because of that, we do move into second place once again. 3 points behind Napoli, who do, as I said earlier, have a game in hand. Next episode, we're not going very far at all. It's the Manchester City double, and then we'll top it off with an Inter Milan game, shall we? Great. I mean, we're picking some difficult matches, okay? We're picking some very difficult matches to play. To get 4 points out of those 3 games isn't the worst. We arguably should have got more because of the Atalanta game. But arguably as well, we should have been able to beat Napoli. We didn't manage to do it. If we can get anything against Man City, I'll be very happy. I can't see it happening. And then, assuming we lose to Man City, I don't want to put sort of a Don't want to put a downer on it, but assuming we lose to Man City, we'll have one more episode for this season, which will be the final 3 games of the season, which should hopefully decide the title as well. Thank you very much for watching this episode. If you do enjoy, do please remember to leave a like, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll be back next time with Manchester City and Erling Haaland. Wonderful.